terms of Famicom card collecting, this is probably one of the best values for money, as it's a game that could be had for very, very cheaply, but it's not a mahjong or baseball game. No, in fact, Adventure Island has a great pedigree and a deeply interesting history behind it. As for my own history with the game, I actually stayed away from it at the time. The ads did very little to make it seem appealing to me. The first Adventure Island game I played wasn't until New Adventure Island when it appeared on the Wii Virtual Console, like a decade ago. That was fun and kind of strangely addicting. And sometime after that, the first physical version of the game I owned was Revenge of Drancon for the Game Gear. This would have been a handful of years back, but I do still remember the EGM review where they took Sega to task for the arbitrary name change from Wonder Boy as if to deliberately fool customers. This is where we kind of get into the odd discussion around the shared history of Adventure Island and Wonder Boy. Better minds than mine have tried to lay out this history behind these franchises, but for me it always more or less breaks down to Wonder Boy was on Sega while Adventure Island was on Nintendo. But from that shared common point of origin, though, the two quickly diverged under very different development teams. Wonder Boy eventually became an action RPG under the Monster World moniker. This is a series owned by Westone, and they've revived it and continued the Wonder Boy Monster World games into the modern era. Adventure Island under Hudson Soft stuck to the same gameplay style of the original for the most part. Hudson made a number of changes to the series to make it their own, and probably the most notable was their change to the main character. Wonder Boy then became Master Higgins, and his physical appearance was modeled after a Hudson employee named Takahashi Meijin, whose claim to fame was being able to press buttons really, really fast. Seems like a skill more tuned to Hudson's Star Soldier series instead of a platformer, but there you go. Sadly, the end of Hudson Soft has basically meant the end of Adventure Island, too. So in remembrance of Hudson, let's fart this cart and get to playing. Alright, Hudson's Adventure Island. Here we go. Let that theme play out just a little bit. Get a taste of it. Master Higgins. Alright, let's go, let's go. Getting myself hyped. I've had some bad runs so far practicing, so we'll see how this goes. So the hammers are basically like the fireballs from Mario. There's a lot of Mario in this game, but it plays a bit more like an endless runner, I want to say, because there's no timer, but there is a constantly decreasing energy meter. So all these fruit are not just for points; you need them to stay alive. And of course, you get your skateboard because it's the 80s. Okay, we're doing okay to start with. No, that's not good. So one of the things that make this game really difficult to actually... Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to get too despondent. Bad things happen, we can do this. Early death doesn't mean to the end of the run. Oh, what happened to where's my axes? I've seen that happen before. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's just a matter of like the sprites not showing up because of the sprite limitation there. It's very strange. So the fairy you get is basically like the invincibility star in Mario. Get that frog almost at the end of the level. This is good. Oh, there's an Easter egg right here that I've already picked up from an earlier run, which is the Hudson B logo, which you need to use if you continue. I don't have a second controller hooked up, so I think that's how it works. Like if you want to continue your game after a game over, you need to collect that Hudson B logo that I already picked up, but like I said, I can't really do it without the second controller if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, okay, second level, here we go. My hope is to get to the ice caves at least. I'm not expecting even to get at the first boss, really. It's been a while since I really sat down and played this, so I'm really rusty. And it's the sort of game that, like I said, treating it like an endless runner, memorization is basically key. Okay, I'm doing okay. That's not bad. Okay. I think these pigs are from Pooyan. Does that track? Was Pooyan a Hudson game? I don't think it was, but They sure look like the pigs from Fuyan. Okay, good. Good, I think we're going to make it. Hope I don't speak too soon. Got the pot. It means the level's almost over. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. We made it. Oh, I'm happy. I don't have to reset and start this whole recording over. We made it to the ice caves. My pot bonus, which is something else in Wonder Boy. It's like the doll bonus, I think, right? Ooh. Oh, jeez, these bats are the worst. Because they encourage you to play carefully, but you can't be too careful, otherwise you run out of energy, right? Oh, that's cruel. Having to take a jump there with the bat. Ugh. See if I make it a little bit further. I at least want to see the ice in the ice caves. Oh, I didn't get the... Okay, well, okay. We're fine. We're fine. Don't freak out. Oof, jeez Louise. It's so... Oh, jeez. You really end up second guessing yourself, and that's what gets killed. Are we going to make it to the ice? Yeah, there we go. Got the ferry at least. Oh, this is good. We made it to the ice. How much further can I possibly make it on my last dude? I don't think this is it. There's a... Ooh. I can't play too carefully because I'm almost out of energy, actually. I think there's a bad power-up. Yeah, that's the eggplant. I'm going to skip it. Oh, there's two of them there. Wow. Yeah, there's an eggplant that you can accidentally pick up that comes out of the power-up egg that makes you constantly run so you can't stop. Oh, that's a bummer. Would have been cool if I could have made it to the boss, but that was a good... For me, that's not a bad run, even though it's not even to the first boss, which just speaks to how difficult this game is. But thanks for watching, and let's get you out of here. So that was Adventure Island. I suspect if you were to try and play this game to completion, you'd probably want to play it on emulation, where you can at least exploit save states. But at least the Famicom physical cart can be had very, very cheaply if you're willing to take on a very serious challenge. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.